going on, man? I want to tell everybody a story about the worst date I ever been on in my life. So it was this young lady. She was she was an attractive young woman. She had her own condo that looks like the condo on Eddie Murphy, on Boomerang that Eddie Murphy was living in. Looks, she was like that. She had bad vehicles, man. Girl, she had money. And this story should, let people know that money is not the most important thing. Sometimes, not sometimes, every time, love is what should be important, because when you truly love someone and they love you back, you're rich. Money doesn't matter. Anyway, so I pull up to her condo. She buzzes me in, and she calls my phone after she buzzed me in. She said, "Hey, just give me a second. I'm putting on my makeup." I said, "Okay." Dude, I'm sitting in my car for 45 minutes and I'm pissed. And I put my car in reverse and she runs out and she's tapping on my hood. She's like, "Hey, you getting ready to go?" I said, "Yeah, I didn't think you were ready for me." She said, "Yeah, I'm sorry." And she had this look of disdain on her face, something like this. And she says, "Is that your car?" I said, "Yeah, this is my car." And she says, "Oh, I thought you had something else." So I was like, what the hell did that mean? I didn't say anything. I said, "No, this is my car. And I'm not ashamed of it." And she started laughing. "Oh, no, you shouldn't be." So we go. No, she said, "Let's go in my truck." One of her cars had a truck. It's customized. It was nice. So she says, "I'm going to take you out. It's all on me. Whatever, I said, "Cool." She asked me what did I want to do. I said, "Since you paying for it, whatever you want to do, I'm down with it. I'm riding with you." She said, "Okay, I want to take you somewhere." I said, "Cool." She drives up to this really big house. It's really big, really nice. It looks very exquisite. And she says, "I'm moving from my condo to this house. What do you think?" I said, "It looks nice." She's like, "That's it?" I was like, "I don't know what else to say. You vain motherfucker." But anyway, so we look at the house. Now I'm not impressed. It's not like I've never been in a big house before or anything like that. And it is what it is. Okay, you got some money, you can buy a house. So she says, "I want to go to the grocery store." I said, "Okay." Oh, I'm thinking to myself, maybe she wants to buy food and cook. Okay, so we go to the grocery store. She's picking up all this stuff. I mean, like the most unhealthiest stuff I can think of. I'm working on my diet, like as far as what I eat and things of that nature. Like I don't eat beef anymore. So on and so forth. There's a lot of things I don't do and eat anymore. I cut pussy out my diet. I don't eat that anymore. I'm just joking. Anyway, I'm just joking. Anyway, so the girl is picking up all this unhealthy stuff. She has the audacity to say, "Well, I'm on a diet," so it's like, okay, sure. And so next thing I know, there are all these guys, walking around, just in the store. And she says, "Oh, they're so disrespectful. Don't they see that I have a man with me?" And I'm thinking to myself, like, ain't nobody looking at your ass. You're not Kim Kardashian. You're not Halle Berry. You're not, Paula Patton or anything like that. You're a nice looking woman, but you're not. Nobody's crashing their grocery cart to look at you, in my opinion. Okay, so that was embarrassing too. She said it very loud, and people were looking, and they probably was like, "Poor guy," because I did feel like a poor guy. So we leave the grocery store, all this unhealthy shit, and pack it into the truck. And she's like, I gotta make another stop. I want you to go to run up." We went to the mall, a strip mall, and it's like, I won't say where it's at because I don't want to reveal too much, but it's in the middle of traffic, like mainstream traffic. You can actually get to this mall. She stops in the middle of the road. Says, "Here's $20. Go buy me a eyeliner." And she told me the kind or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought this was a date. I'm doing chores and shit. Now, if it's somebody I'm dating or somebody I'm taking very seriously or, in a relationship with, of course I don't mind doing those things. But this is nothing. This is supposed to be like a date. So, I go in there and buy it. They're looking at me like, oh, here's another gay guy buying eyeliner. I want to see a drag person. That's the look they gave me. I'm not discriminating against gay people. They had a look of disdain, at me because I was buying this damn pencil. They looking at me like I'm North Star, the gay mutant. Anyway, which it didn't bother me, but I was just like, because I was just totally over the situation. So I get the damn pencil and run back out into the car, or truck rather. And so she says, I just want to talk. So we're talking. I ain't talking. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm sick of this shit. So she says, let's talk over dinner. I said, okay, well, at least I can get a meal out of this damn thing. Okay, we go to a Chinese buffet. For all the money and clout that she claims to have, I'm thinking we could have went somewhere a little bit better. Me personally, a man don't usually, I don't care how nice looking a man is, they don't usually get asked out. Like, hey, it's all on me. Unless you get ready to get some bad news like, hey, I don't want to see you no more, and I thought I'd just buy you this last supper and shit. Anyway, I took the damn meal. So we at the Chinese buffet. She mixes up sweet and sour sauce and some kind of other sauce and some hot sauce. And she's like, oh, I just love this. Even though it's going to make me break out in hives. Lo and behold, as I'm sitting there being tortured by listening to her vanity-laced conversation, because everything is I, me, she breaks out in hives right in front of my face. And I'm like texting all my friends like, please, you're broke down on 285, motherfucker. Call me for help. Because you need to get me out of this. Nobody responds. So I hate all of you guys if you're watching this. So, okay, and it just got to the point where, and I'm a very modest person. At my age now, I'm modest. I feel like I am. But I couldn't take it anymore. I said, I want to go home. She's like, what's wrong? I said, I just want to go home. That's all I can say. I want to go home. So she got an attitude because I said I want to go home. So as we're leaving, she says, okay, you can pay for your meal. I was like, not a problem. Just take me back to my car. I gave dude the money. And she was short on hers. And I looked at her like, well, try to be a smart ass. You take care of yours. She didn't want to use a credit card or something. But she wound up using it. So anyway, we get in the car. The car is completely silent. And we get back to her place, and I helped her with her bags, even though it was tension between us. I help her with her bags. We get into her house. Her mother is standing there, asshole naked, no clothes on, her titty. You know how like when people say, oh man, her titty was hitting her knees? That's usually like a figure of speech. Man, this was literal. Her titties was touching her thighs. They weren't touching her knees. Her titties was on her thighs. I was like, wow. And all I could think about was when I was in the 9th grade, it was this substitute teacher. I won't say her name, but I made up a song about her, cause her titties used to hang too. And the song was, you see them hanging, I see them hanging, all her titties swinging. So that's the only thing popped back into my head was my 9th grade song I made about a teacher. And she says, Ma, go in your room. You're embarrassing me. And the mother said, you the one wanted me to live here. I ain't want to come here in anyway. And I ain't going nowhere. And she stood there, titties, booty, everything. I saw everything. I saw pussy. I saw everything. Anything you can imagine, I saw. And it was not pretty. So, now her mother was an older woman because I think her mother had her late. Like in her 40s or some shit. But anyway. So after all this trauma I've been through, the girl she's like, hey, you want to stay and kick it? Like, she wanted to have sex. And between the date, her mom, and everything, I don't think my brain, my heart, or my dick would have been in it. I don't think I could have had an erection. So I said, no, I gotta go. I said, I want to go home. I gotta go. Because that was like her way of having amends with me. And I couldn't do it. I just don't think all three of the functions that are needed could do it. Like, I just think, I couldn't do it. And then, not on top of that, just knowing, what about if I stay with this woman, I see what the future's like. Her titties are going to be on her thighs. So, needless to say, I leave, and I'm just like, in awe of what I have been through. Worst date I ever been in. I actually have not been on a real date like since. I've hung out with a female, a couple of females or whatever, and one I actually, I enjoy company, or whatever, but I don't know. Hopefully, I've been so traumatized I haven't been on an actual date. There may be someone out there I want to date, just ain't got the balls to say it yet. But anyway, as I'm driving, one of my friends called. He's like, "Hey man, you need me to get you out of this situation." I'm like, "Man, fuck you. I don't want to talk to you." And then we laughed, but I told him what happened, man. He's like, "Man, I'm sorry, man. I should have answered my phone, bro." I'm like, "Yeah, you should have, motherfucker. But you're still my boy, man." But that's all I had to tell you, man. I'm done. All right, peace.